Struggling to paint natural looking landscape because you get bogged down in tiny frustrating details. In this oil painting beginners tutorial, we are skipping the complicated brushwork entirely. Instead, I'm going to show you incredibly easy painting techniques using just a paper towel and masking tape. Watch how quickly we can dab in soft fluffy clouds, carve our bright Australian mountains, and create colorful wildflowers, zero frustration required. These everyday tools are the secret to getting clean edges and realistic landscape oil painting texture in minutes. Grab your canvas and let's make painting easy. Myself, I like working with the panels, which is the MDF panel this time, and it has been treated with the gesso both sides and on the sides as well of the panel. And step by step I show you in this painting tutorial how to use the blue masking tape, which is the painter's blue masking tape, and I just split it in the middle and get that bit of a natural look, and adding up the copper blue on the right hand side and more titanium white on the left hand side, and then I just blend it together with my rough bristle brush first, and then I'm using the soft blending brush. I just added a little bit of Windsor Violet to the mix and just spreading it with my palette knife to get those little clouds first, and then I'm using the crumpled up paper towel. Any kitchen paper towel will work as long as it doesn't leave lint on the panel or canvas. So you just get the piece of paper and start crumbling it up, and then you just tap those clouds on sky and just have a look how it comes out, and then you just blend it with your soft blending brush and get the new one, and again just have a look what kind of prints comes out. And it's very simple, and I gonna show you how I get those highlights with the crumpled paper, because you can actually just design whatever print comes out. Sometimes you get a little bit messy hands, but just wash your hands on soap and water and keep your fingers nice and clean. I usually have a sink close by, and I just always clean my hands if I get messy. You can also use the dry cloth to wipe your hands as well, so that works well as well. And we're just finalizing our sky with the clouds, and I show you how to mold your paper towel. You can get the nice prints out of that paper towel what you just molded. So here you will shape up your paper towel, put your thumb, press firmly, and then you get that edge of that paper towel, and you tap it on your titanium white, which is nice and flat on your paint palette, and just gently tap it on your titanium white and gently on your canvas or panel, and in this case, and always blend it with your soft brush very gently, that it doesn't smudge all over the place. The whole idea is just to get that soft look, not too hard, because when we tap it looks very hard, the lines, so just soften up with your soft brush. I'm just adding the painter's blue masking tape now on the bottom of that mountain, and adding up the neon orange. It's actually Langridge oil paint, Australian products. It's a local oil paint factory down in Melbourne, so I do support my local factories as well, or mediums what I'm using, but mainly I'm using Winsor Newton oil paint products, which is a great product for oil paints. I also use Winsor Newton Liquid Original in my color mixing. I just add a little bit Liquid Original, and I know that the paint gonna be dry next couple days. In my case, it's usually overnight. Some of the paint do need, like a titanium white, needs a little bit more time to dry, but the liquid original is the great product to mix with your oil paint if you want your paint dry quicker. You can see my color mixing is very simple. I just get them out of the tube and I just tweak it a little bit. If I want a little bit more yellow ochre, or if I want a little bit more darker colors, I just use them straight from the tube and mixing with a little bit liquid original on that paint obviously as well. And here I'm just randomly using my palette knife just to put those colors very thickly. Like you can see, I just spread it very thickly on panel, my colors, and now I'm just using my very rough bristle brush to get those texture, those grassy looking texture from the distance first. Like you see, the thick paint is really thick on the panel, so I'm just now like blending a little bit with my rough bristle brush, just pulling downwards to get those grass looking texture on the panel. And here I'm just gently as well blending with my smaller brush and basically just touching up those big pumps to get a little bit more less pumpier, and using even the paper towel as well, just a loose paper towel, just get a bit of a texture on the panel, and then just folding up my paper towel and making a very tight whip, and then I start whipping those grass blades, what they call them again, using the word twigs, but they are grass blades or flower stems. And if you make a little mistake, you can always use your brush because it's such a thick paint now on the panel, you can fix it up very easily. And just continue flicking your texture. And remember, more thicker your paint is, the more longer it takes to dry. So that's why liquid original is good for this purpose. It dries pretty much in a couple days. Like you can see, I keep the middle section very light. We're gonna do the glazing towards the end, so adding up a little bit more titanium white because I know I need a little bit more highlights. Just let it dry completely for a couple days. And we are ready for using painter's blue masking tape again, so adding some more color on the mountains and the ridges of the mountain, and using the blue masking tape again and get that nice crispy lines, just using raw amber, even a mix of a little bit burnt amber as well. Burnt amber is a little bit more orangey color, but a dark brown orange. And why would you use the blue masking tape on this occasion? Because I want a nice and crispy line on where the sun hits the ridge of the mountain. And these are great tools and mountains for beginners if you're struggling to give more details. So these are a very easy way to get those details on the mountains, and don't be scared to experimenting with paper towel as well, different shapes, and you can make marks on the mountain itself. Like you can see it, I got the underpainting, which is that mountain, the orange color is shining through, and you get those little marks with your paper towel. And then I'm adding a little bit more darker raw amber underneath the mountain foot, and that is actually shade of the mountain, which we don't see on our painting. The shade comes from the left hand side, and that's a great way to get a little bit more contrast and interesting things happening on your painting. And now I'm just softening it up with my paper towel a little bit, those hard lines. and we are about to ready to take that masking tape out of the painting. Just brushing a little bit more color on that front mountain, and just using paper towel just to give it a little bit more details what brush can't do, sort of thing, and just to randomly tap those effects on the mountain. And now we're starting tapping those distant trees on the foothill of the mountain there, and using olive green. It's a little bit more darker because it's underneath the shade what we created of the left hand side mountain. And then, like you can see, I always make it very flat paint, and then I tap your crumble up paper towel on flat paint, and then you just tap on your panel. And like you can see, I'm using the blue masking tape to get a little bit more straight line, and then I just swipe it with my angle brush. And I just want to add a little bit more trees and bush on that paddock there, the grassland there. So this is an easy way to just add random trees on your landscape without making too much mess on your fields. And then I'm just tapping a little bit underneath with my rough bristle brush that looks like a grass. And remember, before we did that texture on that panel, and you won't see it too much now, but when we start doing the glazing, it actually comes up all the colors a little bit more. And here I'm just adding up a little bit more olive green, and then I just swipe it with my paper towel, which is very flat. And now I'm just adding up a little bit more glazing and yellow ochre just to get that little bit more color on the fields. Using your blending brush and soft brush to add some very thin layer of the color just to get a little bit more color. And I can't glaze that behind those trees because otherwise I'm gonna mess up my trees. So I let it dry a little bit longer for a couple of days. But before that, we're gonna add those wildflowers first using our paper towel, and you can shape up your paper towel how you want it to get those purple flowers in this case. And gently, even on the fields, I tap with my paper towel. You can use brush as well, but I just like it a little bit more natural, or surprises. I like surprises. Sometimes you get nice surprises, and sometimes you don't. And also using your soft brush to fix things up. Also, cotton buds are a very good tool for making wildflowers. I also use a little twisted paper towel tool for branches and even tree trunks, and it's just a great tool for doing that as well. Little tea towels. Very easy oil painting for beginners. Oil painting doesn't have to be hard. And just these little piece of techniques of oil painting is just makes things much more easier. And if you're a creative person, just experimenting things, it's just a great way to learn. And again, we just leave the painting to dry for a couple of days for dry it completely. Just check up that it is dried completely before we gonna use any blue masking tape again. It has to be dry. So this is an easy way to do those distant mountains, and using your palette knife as well to get those distant fields sort of thing. So this is gonna be our final layer, which we add up a little bit more color on the flowers as well, because sometimes first time when you paint, they seem to be a little bit dull. So we brighten up a little bit and even just give it a little more contrast, a little bit darker colors on the side. And even those using the cotton bud for adding up some color on those little spots. And now we're just adding a little bit more sap green on the bottom, and on the fields as well we're using the yellow ochre, give it a little bit more color. Like you remember I said that I'm not gonna do those fields at the back of those trees because those trees were fresh, so I let it dry for a couple of days, and now it's easier to add some color on those fields. So this is what they call it glazing on your oil painting, using the transparent colors, and it just works really well because it does give that little bit softer look for the fields and anything you use for your glazing. Even those flowers just brighten up very, very bright when you use glazing transparent colors. Once in a while you see me to wipe it with a flat paper towel. It's all about just to get the very, very thin layer and get that effect. And again, I really hope you enjoyed this and feel inspired to look at your own kitchen drawer a little differently again. If you had fun painting along with me today, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe for more unconventional art secrets. Thanks so much for painting with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye now.